think we're live. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Try to get this camera set up so it's going to be kind of filming the most of what I'm trying to do here. Let's get a light going. Instrucciones, that's what we're going to build. This little treasure. Gotta get my tablet or my monitor up here. Let's see, reboot. Star Wars Land Speeder live. Probably get a commercial. Brought to you by Kellogg's. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to build here, I think. A little bit of delay on the on the stream. I got to turn my head too. Alright, here we go. Pick this up off eBay. Oops, sorry for my I got taped finger band-aid. I got a sliver the other day. Trying to remember the story on this one. Once again, got a tremendous value. The listing had things missing, and when we build this, you'll see this part here is a secret hidden spot that opens up. So they had listed missing lightsaber, and they didn't have the goggles. The poncho is missing. I knew the poncho was missing, but whatever, ended up, these things were in the hidden compartment, and then like they put the Lego in the box, and then it like basically it didn't disintegrate into its base pieces, but like it was a lot of itty bitty pieces when I opened it up, which is fine. Let me maybe it's a slight adjustment. I always forget that the camera films bigger than what I can see on the camera's monitor. But I did get the instructions. I'm trying to remember. I've had this for a few weeks. I think I've had this for like 3 or 4 weeks. I just haven't had time to do it. I think it was like the Lego was super cheap. I also like offered less, but like the shipping was kind of more, but it was still way less than the comparable sold items. That's what I'm comparing what I'm going to pay for things is whatever the comped solds, completed solds. So like I said, I think this is 100% minus the poncho on the Luke. And I did see for a few dollars I can get it. And that's what kind of made this set cool was the poncho, because this is the only set that Luke got a poncho, but like, let's be real, do I care about a poncho? The other thing about the set that people they lost their minds over was this included Jawa and Hutt. I just remember I gotta go grab something while we're getting going here. Hold please. Hold please. Where is my little friend? Grab him. So there was a lot of I think this set's been out for this is a 5-year-old set, and like these land speeders, they've made tons of them over the years. And when this set came out, everyone's like, "Oh, another land speeder! What do you need one of those for? Worst thing ever!" You know, whatever. And like they try to get the count up past whatever it was, like 200 and something. So they add this little Jawa Hutt thing. People are like, that's the stupidest thing ever. Here's the problem though. Like if you actually watch Star Wars, there's a huge scene. Luke and C-3PO in the land speeder cruising around, and there's a scene where this little guy here, I'm not sure that's in the frame, but his name's R2-D2, gets shot by a Jawa who has a gun that kind of looks like this. Oops. Oh. I got the fireplace running right now. I just heard it pop. I'm gonna have to go check it. And he goes, burr, 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 and the Jawa is hiding in a cave when he does it. It's like, man, kind of a pivotal moment in the movie. Like, although, like, I think the way the movie actually was put out, it was R2 and C-3PO landed, and then they went their separate ways, and then R2 got caught. But they made a scene that never made the movie where Luke and C-3PO go out looking for whatever, it doesn't matter. But there's definitely a scene in the movie where it's actually oriented this way. The Jawa shoots him and he falls down. Beep, and then he gets, yeah. So that's what that hut's for. And like people are like kind of poo-pooing it. What they should have been mad about is that this figure wasn't included. This should have been included in this set because it's the only way it makes the little hut make any sense. Because the Jawa doesn't shoot at these two ever in the movie. The Jawa shoots at R2-D2. So we'll cover that in a bit. All right, here we go. Jawa's complete. He's pretty cool. He's got the shorter legs. He's got the body printing on the back. He's got the bandoliers or whatever. Little hood. Some said the eyes on this one weren't as good as previous Jawa eyes, but you know, what are you going to do in life? All right, here we go. Let's build this damn thing. Hopefully my fireplace will be good. So we're going to build the stupid Jawa hut. Man, this thing is dirty. I kind of forgot about that. Or not dirty. It's got a little dust on it. So we're going to, we will do a little housekeeping as we progress. I'm okay with it. It builds my immune system. And I guess if someone ships me a Lego that's so diseased that I get a fatal situation, then I don't have any more problems. Problems are all solved. Here we go. So it looks like maybe, let's see here, get this oriented right. I will say, whatever the cleaning product that's been used on this, I've gotten several Lego pieces that were cleaned by the same product in life. All right, so this looks like a tan. That's probably this block here. We're just going to try to line the Legos up so they make some sort of sense, which they currently don't, but I try to do the Lego labels. So these are going to be Lego labels from the back of the hut, I guess, because that's how that one's oriented. And it's got this little, there's a little accoutrement. That'll be this plant, I believe. The plant goes there, so you get this little desert plant. Isn't that cute? See, isn't that great? A little spikiness, but we won't skip too far ahead. I don't have this like bagged out, so I don't know where everything. Make sure I'm filming my hands right. I have to go out a little bit farther. Sorry about that. Whatever. But yeah, like I watched a bunch of reviews, and like I guess if you've been collecting Lego and you already got like 3 or 4 land speeders, maybe this is a buzzkill for you. But like, here's the thing: if you just started this year, this thing's awesome. I don't have any other ones, and I think this is technically like, I think it's a 5-year-old set. I think it came out in 2020, which is kind of hurts my brain to think that 2020 was 5 years ago. But you know, stuff happens. You're having fun. Trying to make sure. Oh, there's this one weird piece. This is the one piece about it that I don't quite understand. Is this one? I guess you could stick his gun, but like once again, to be like movie fairly accurate, the gun was never like stored in the cave, because I don't think the Jawas lived in a cave. They lived in the transport. They were just taking cover in the cave. Does that seem reasonable to anybody besides me? Not that things have to be reasonable. Just does it seem reasonable? Anybody? Nobody? Uh-oh. Oh no. Are we... Oh. Are we missing a block? It's absolutely possible that we would be missing a block. If we came up short on this set, I wouldn't be like, how did that happen? Because the thing was like completely, I saw. This particular block has previously been at the top, but reversed 180 as I clean it for. I feel like I'm really filming up here a lot. Does it feel that way? Let's try to get this thing a little bit better. I know it's not. Let's try. I mean, what I need is like. I mean, the whole thing's crooked. I need to get something up and over. I probably got a device that can do that. Right now it's just on a tripod kind of to my left. That's fine. I guess if it doesn't meet your satisfaction, you could talk to the manager about a refund on your price of admission. Ooh, we got one of these. Let's do this. So we've got a little Yeah, they must have, like, someone like cleaned this at one point with like a something. I don't know what you'd call it. Or wiped it down with like a lightly, which is kind of a bummer. Lightly moist. Whatever. I'll try not to lick my fingers. I mean, I assume these are the ones we're supposed to be using right now. These tan blocks, dark tan, whatever. I'm got one more of these. Man, I'm 10 for 10. This is also the one that used to be at the top. How do I do that? It's a gift. It's kind of like when I'm playing video games. I always find the guy that the group's supposed to kill who's like unkillable. I have a magical gift that allows me to do such a thing. All right, so I just saw this guy's dusty. We're gonna clean him up. That way, my dust is the only dust. I don't need a stranger's dust. All right, what do we got next? I assume that's coming here pretty quick. We got one of these things here, kind of ties that wall together there. That's nice. In hindsight, maybe I should have pre-dusted. So this isn't looking like the most grimy thing ever in the history of the world. But, you know, you can't have everything in life. Whatever. All right. Next. Oh, man. So this is going to be me cleaning a Lego set. I know for some people they'd be freaking out now. You gotta soak that in. You gotta soak it. I go in public quite often, so I'm not scared of the public. All right. I believe we are nearly complete on the Jawa hut here. Got one little piece of gingerbread there. Greevling, if you will. Yes. All right. We shall put the spiky... So we do it the exact way they put it in the instrucciones. I believe it's like that. Pretty movie accurate there. His blaster gets the blue piece, and this little jerk just hides in here, ready to blast on the old unsuspecting. Now, personally, I think they should have had more cover so he could be peeking around it. So now we have like a fairly movie accurate scene. We have a Jawa in a hut, a cave, and a R2-D2. Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. See that? That's how it works. That's how the movie is. Let's just put him up here for now. I'll put the R2 with him. I think that's still the shot. Okay. Let's build this thing. I feel like the hut was dirtier than anything else. Like the speeder doesn't actually look that dusty, but I could be wrong. As I get proven wrong. I know this was on my list of things to do before the stream, and then I realized I forgot to do it as the stream started, so that's fine. Everything's going to work out. I'm just kind of bummed about the whatever the cleaning product that had been applied to this is just like, it seems unnecessary. Like, just dust them. If you have Legos, just dust them. Don't spray them with something. That's terrible. Whatever. So it looked like there was two of them. One of them was pristine, so that must be the bottom side. So we're going to go ahead and use that for the top. I'm going to read ahead a little bit here to figure out where we're actually. Okay, here we go. There we go. Like I said, it's a very common cleaner because I had another Lego set that smelled similar to it. It's not a strong smell. It's just a very slight, like probably like SG Johnson wax or something. I don't know what it would be, but whatever it is, if you're gonna sell me your old used Legos, stop spraying your shit with that. Haven't got any cigarette smokers though. That was what I've been like kind of like worried and surprised by. I figured at some point some just like chain smoking maniac will sell a Lego on. I mean, there's a couple other things I would be very disappointed if they came, like maybe like a irresponsible pet owner selling Legos or something. I haven't received that diabolical. All right, so that one's dusty. That one's not dusty. That one's a little bit dusty. This one is not dusty. So we'll put those at the top. We'll put these at the bottom, but we'll give them a once over with the old cloth of plenty here. I've already dusted my Lego display like honestly at least once. Like took them all off the display, dusted them, and I just walked by the other day and looked at it. I was like, my God, what have I done? What kind of a permanent job have I given myself? The dusting of the Legos, like I'm currently shopping rechargeable air blowers because I don't got enough goddamn cans of air. I guess I could use the air compressor. Come in here and just blast it with the air compressor. Okay. We're going to go Legos red from the front to the back on this particular build. It goes faster if the Legos are all oriented. All right. I assume that's this color here, right? Everybody calm down. It's going to be fine. I got to keep remembering to look over. It looks like somebody's watching. I haven't been streaming as consistently, so I know that the chances of everybody showing up are less than normal, but sometimes on stream day, you look at your things to do list and it's vast. And you just decide the stream shall be another day. I don't think this build is going to be particularly long. It didn't look very complicated. There's not a lot of repeating. That's why I don't think it'll be too bad. But I think the actual the build when it's done is pretty cool. Whoops. Got a little gingerbread stuck to that one. Let's give it a once over. Safety first. I feel like we got that pretty good. Let's do this. I'm gonna have a little guy here. Boop. And a little guy there. A boop. I think there was one review that I was reading was talking about the pieces. I think these pieces are kind of unique to this set. There's a lot of them. And then the color of this is, I think, unique-ish, which was one of the reasons why the set was collectible for some people. Like, obviously, that didn't want to build there's a whole group of people out there that are building things other than what the set is, and they're looking for parts. Okay. Let's double check this image to that image. We're missing 4 of those. Or 2 of those. What step was that? Oh, it was this step. Beep boop, beep boop. Perfect. All right, so we got this thing here we got to build. Which direction are we going to orient those? Let's look and see. Which way does this say? We're going to go so the driver's side can read it. That's going to be there's a lot of horizontal, I guess, building in this, if that's a direction. All right, so what color is that? Is that black or is that dark gray? Does anybody know? I'm not sure where that piece is. Oh, man. got to be a dark gray because that's the only thing that looks like it. Let's go with that. There's a little exposed dusty area there. So dusty Legos is very similar to like how would that little adventure go? So when it comes to like dirt in your yard, you can grab dirt from another location, and the microbes in the other location you can essentially more or less inoculate your yard with different microbes and make your yard more healthy. But it can't be heavily disturbed. So like what a lot of people do is they'll go to old graveyards. They'll take dirt from graveyards. Technically, it's the mycorrhizals. Has a symbiotic relationship with the roots of the plants to help uptake the nutrients. And you can get you can inoculate your yard with other dirt. Same with Legos. You get dirt from somebody else's house, you can inoculate yourself, assuming it doesn't kill you. I would definitely wash your hands after playing with a used Lego set. At least the first couple times until you become accustomed to the dust that came on it. Same with when you touch a dollar bill. You know, if you're out touching dollar bills, you'd be surprised how many random strangers' dust is on a dollar bill. And or anything else that is generally been in the public. Sealed for your protection. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Where is this? This thing's going to go there, so we got to orient it so it's Lego word is the correct direction. Didn't get that one dusted right. What's going on with that? My fireplace is suspiciously quiet right now. All right, I gotta build this thing up. No, it just popped. We're good. We're good. Everybody calm down. Looking close. Got to get a couple of these here brackets. This does have unique building technique to it. That is a thing that I definitely what do you call it? Read about. They solve the problems very uniquely in this set, which is kind of cool, as we will display here shortly. So you see that unit there, it's all going to snap on with that unit there, and it's going to sit on all these smooth pieces, but actually be held by those four and those four. Very clever. Very interesting way to go about it. I would laugh, though, if my fireplace burped a bunch of smoke and set my fire alarm off. It's happened in the past. It's like a winter officially showed up the other day. We got snow outside, and it's cold and shitty. The neighbor's dog is barking in disapproval of the cold shittiness of the current weather. Well, I suppose, yeah, everything's fine. Everybody calm down. We're going to go this way. I feel like at some point there's one of these that's got to sit up top, isn't there? Did I put the dusty ones down first, or did I save the dusty ones? This one's got a little bit of grime on it. Nothing too bad. Ooh, neighbor dog is upset. He's mad. Gotta be careful I don't set that on a small piece of this over here and then send it to the afterworld by picking it up. That could be challenging. It looks as though I need 2, and I have 1, unless this part here is... Oh yeah, this is still built. I gotta take this part. That's probably that one there, if I had to venture a guess. I'm trying to think what else had people confused on this. Oh, it has a steering wheel. That bothered some. How dare you put a steering wheel? I'm surprised they didn't complain that it didn't have the wheels. Like there's a scene when they go into Mos Eisley in a later movie, but this allegedly this is the same speeder in the storyline. It's actually the same speeder because I didn't want to remake it. And you can see the tires underneath this because this in the movie this was like based off a car, a 3-wheeled car. So as they're cruising in Mos Eisley, it's kind of sitting. They come like this, and you can see the wheels. They kind of forgot to I don't know what you would call that, hide it. Neglected to hide the wheels. So that's got the whole Star Wars universe in a quandary because they're like, well, maybe it's a version with wheels. Maybe in Star Wars land where they have floating vehicles, they decided to have one that had wheels because, you know, reasons. And I'm like, come on, get out of here. That doesn't even seem like a thing that you should even be saying out loud. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. All right, where's this go? All the way forward. Here we go. Whoop. And beep. Beep, boop, boop. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Get her all polished up. I'm coming close to getting all the vehicles from the original Star Wars that I really, really liked. There's still a couple out there that I think would be cool to have. Some of them are kind of small, and I'm not totally sure if it's worth dealing with. Like, I really like the forest scooters in the Return of the Jedi. I thought those were cool in the movie, like with the Ewok chase scene, if you will. I thought it was like side-bustingly hilarious as a child. Really enjoyed that. Okay, where does this go? Oh, we got these little black things have to go in here. Might need a little dust job. A little bit that must have been exposed just on the edge there. It's kind of weird to remember that, or to think about the original Star Wars movies when they came out and like how old I was or wasn't. I think I was essentially 0 years old when the first one came out, and then like how as they continued to make the movies, and then you know by the third one I was kind of old enough to like. I think I went to the movie theater to saw the Return of the Jedi. Because I remember laughing and saying to myself, I thought my father would enjoy the scene through the forest with the Ewoks and all that. I just remember that as a child. Because he did not go with us. Or he did not watch it with me. I guess I'm a little vague on whether or not I was actually in the movie theater, but I know the first time I saw it. All right, this is already built, but I decided not to disassemble it because typically nothing good happens when you disassemble shit. Hold on a second. I need a 2x4 dark. It must be a gray, not a black. Yeah, it's definitely gray. All right, how are we doing? Beep boop. Added that because I don't want to break this thing. It's got indexing. Beep boop. Bop beep. Beedly boop. Boop de beep de beep de boop de boop. Beedly bop. Got it. All right, what's over here? 2 dark grays. One there. Where's this other one at? One there. And these 2 little tiny black L-shaped things, which may or may not be dusty, but we'll find out later. We'll just get the old. Perfect. Perfection. So far, so good. How's it look? Get it all in there? Step 17 of the multi-step process. Oh, I know you're in here someplace. I did sort these by. Oh man, I can't find it. I need an L. I need a red L. There it is. I could do spoilers, I guess. I do have another Lego coming. Ordered it a couple days ago. Kind of excited. I found a person who misidentified their Lego set. They listed it as a different model number, and then they listed it as missing pieces because of their misidentification. And then the best I could determine, the piece or the set is absolutely complete, minus one minifigure, which everyone saves because the minifigure is extraordinarily rare and worth like $50 on its own. It's like, I mean, you could buy it, but if you're buying that set used, whatever the price is for the set and all the parts, but without the minifigure, if you add the minifigure, it's just $50 more. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't need a $50 minifigure. It's the, was the Lando or something. Anyways, so yeah. And like, it was hard to, I don't even remember how I found it, but like, I found it on my tablet, which I'm not logged into. I don't have my eBay login on my tablet because it prevents me from buying shit off eBay off my tablet. It's just like a personal rule I have. Anywho's, so I was like, oh, I want to look at that some more, or I want to buy it or whatever. So I tried to get onto my computer to fucking look it up, and I couldn't even make it come up knowing it existed, the listing existed, and trying to find it. I couldn't from memory walk from one room to the other and find the thing on the listing, which was crazy. And then I had to actually, like, I don't know what the word is, like, try extra hard to find it. And then I found it again. Unfortunately, they didn't have a make an offer, but the price was literally half of what all the completed sales were going for. As far as used without box and instructions, you started adding instruction and box, it even got more expensive. But so that one's gonna have to be built off the tablet with just with the instructions off the internet. But I mean, it was extraordinarily fantastic value. I gotta put these little round things right here for us to do that. And that's the snow speeder from Hoth, the 25th anniversary, or the 20th anniversary one. Like I said, it was just the images. The thing said missing pieces. It said missing the stormtrooper Hoth guy with the battle gun, but like it's the wrong set because I could tell by how the set was built in the picture. Unless I'm being scammed, which is, it's possible. We'll find out. And then I found the instructions. I went through and tried to actually like look up what parts are supposed to be there, and I think everything's there. I even think the hook is there. And then in the research to find out about it, I found out the rear of the snow speeder from Hoth, there's a little cannon that shoots things. And in one of the previous versions, they took one of these style clips and you put that peg in where the cannon shoots, and then you could hook the grappling hook to this little clip. And that way when you shoot it, it actually shoots the grappling hook out, which was like, that was kind of how one of the previous sets was set up. And since then, they just started using it as a cannon, shooting blue lasers or whatever. And in the listing, there's like all these other parts, like an extra flick shooter was listed in the thing, and some other random parts. I can't figure out where they would go on the set, but like, I assume I kind of think it was a kid's toy because like the sticker. That's the other thing. The stickers are maybe a little bit crooked on it. But that set's new enough. The stickers are available for a couple bucks. So I'll assess that when it shows up, whether or not I got to buy new stickers to fix somebody's kid's crooked sticker abilities. I've been pretty lucky with stickers so far that they've been... This one too has stickers, and these are okay. They didn't do a bad job on them. I mean, I kind of wish sometimes Lego would just like take some of their greedy Lego money and just like step their game up. It's like this one is slightly crooked. I mean, I'm just ever so slightly. This one here it's slightly low. It's straight, but it's low. Same with that one. So maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe it lines up. We'll find out. Okay, we're at this one. We're over here. So I think we're all caught up with everything. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. I'm gonna put this bar across here. Probably gonna be. Wait a second. I missed a step. Reverse. No, I didn't miss a step. What is going on? Oh, I missed a step up here. Haha. It's always the last place you look. All right, Lego. We're gonna need one of these. One of them. One of these. One of them. One of these. And one of them. How does this thing snap together? Why is there so many snap togethers on this thing? It's kind of crazy. I do believe it goes something like that. All right, so now we got to put this front together. Now I don't know if there's a gooder way or a worser way to do it. Are those words we could use, gooder or worser? Lightly attach it and see how it looks. Yeah, they just like slightly askew. What do these sides look like? Let me skip forward and see how the sides go on. That'll determine how I do the stickers. Or sorry, the stickers are already on. It'll determine how the... All right, so the red thing goes to the back. So on this one, that looks pretty good. This one over here. Sorry. I'm trying to sort my sticker situation out. If I put that one over there, that would be like... There's a lull in the stream. I think it'll look better the other way. Yep. I think we're going to keep these on the front like that. It looks okay. So in previous sets, I had tubes up here. I mean, it's a little bit crooked, but not bad. I mean, can you see that? This one here is just slightly high. I mean, just barely. And that one's slightly low. I mean, how easy or hard is it to put a sticker on something? Probably harder than it. It's probably harder than it could possibly feel. So that's weird. It's not actually held on very good. Just kind of like bumper pressure. I'm sure something will clamp down that and stiffen it up. Lego never let you down. All right, we got 2 of these left. They go after that guy. Let's get the Lego or line so it can be red. So when the guy does the body work in the future, he'll be like, hey, this Lego thing is oriented correctly. Perfect. All right, I've got this picture right here, complete to there. Invert, we need some little red squares. There's 1, there's 2. We want the Lego reading from front to back, like a so. And the Lego from front to back, like a so. Excellent. Oop, missing something there. A couple of little L's. Perfection. Someone else was crying about these little tabs here. Should have been on 4x4 rounds to give it more elevation. Because this, when you set it on those, it's like on the ground. It needs to be elevated. And why they, yeah, right here. That was a complaint I heard. Someone's like, why didn't they put little taller? Because it'll glide, it just glides touching the ground, and it's supposed to be in the air. And I don't know, maybe it would look weird with like elevated. Oh, I'm not paying attention. These have words on them too. You're doing it wrong. Actually, I got 2 out of 3 without even trying. That ain't bad. According to the song, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. They're actually inverted from this direction, but you can still try. Keep your OCD at maximum OCD-edness. These kind of work as like stabilizers for the whatchamacallit, seams, if you will. Oh yeah, that's what in this thing too. So this is fun. So Lego, in their infinite wisdom, I remember this now. They got the gliders, but they have these pegs here, and those pegs are either the same height, so it glides on. Come on, Lego. Like give us a. They should have gave you like at least a round to give you some elevation on that a little bit. Maybe just a single plane, not a block. I mean, if I do another brick order, I may consider that, because I mean, that's the height right there. Does that look? Can you see that? That thing should be at least there. I mean, maybe it's parked. When it parked, does it come down? You have to play with it parked. Whatever. First world problems, if you will. My Lego toy is not movie accurate based on the height. Womp womp. Womp 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 womp. Wow. All right, these may be the only repeatable thing in the build, so we'll probably just build these at the same time. Although this one will be a little bit different because it's got the bracket for the blaster, so we'll build him first, I guess. We will get our money's worth out of this build and the stream, right? Very important. Go gadget eyeballs. All right, where's that gray little clip? There he is. Oh, and I got 2 of these. The person sent 2 of those, and there's only supposed to be 1, so I haven't quite figured that out. I mean, I kind of get it. If you're getting rid of a Lego set and it may or may not have been yours, or may not have been like the priority in your life, and you're just kind of like, well, adios. Because I had a set where I was missing one of those, and then I had to buy one, and now I've got an extra now. Maybe I should have just relaxed on the buying of the next piece and just waited for the Lego gods to provide one. Oh, that one's a little bit crooked. Come on. Okay. A little half moon. A little dusty old half moon there. Kill it. That is a 10 o'clock alarm for some reason on a Sunday. Let's see, the stream's still going. Yowzer. Well, good to know my alarms are still functioning correctly. All right, that's him, and he goes on the side here. Here we go. Sweet. And let's pull the other one. Lego. Looks like just a double stacker. Oh, look at this. Now, I could just stick that on, but being the purist that I am, I have to make sure that these Lego 1x1s are oriented the correct direction, so I have to disassemble that. Hold, please. Because I can't have those facing the wrong way. Otherwise, terrible things that I cannot describe could possibly happen. I'm just going to orient these with this bar. That's what I did on the other side. It'll make it more aerodynamic, trust me. Then I got to put it in the right spot, trust me. I mean, a Tuscan, with a Tuscan Raider, they could have included that in this set, and I would have been not 100% like, why did you do that? Because you get the long gun, which is here, which is dusty, and then whoever sold it to me sold me another lightsaber hilt for reasons I don't quite understand. There was a version of this where they gave you a, I can't remember, swamp rat. Is that what he called him? Because he used to shoot swamp rats at so many feet. So like there was a version of this at one point. They gave you the rat. They got a Lego rat, which, you know, I was watching these reviews, but like, oh, why would they do that? And it's like, man, maybe you never watched the movies. Like, why would they give Luke a long rifle and a rat? Oh man, it's beyond me. I cannot sort the riddle. The riddle is too complicated. All right, now's the time to match these up the best we can. This one here's got a lot more at the top, so we're going to put the one with a lot more at the top. And this one here's got... Oh, fumble! Oh my god, that thing's gone forever. Gone forever. That one there's got... It's just what it is. There's nothing I can do about those stickers. I mean, I could rebuy them, but I'm probably not going to. You can't see the stickers when it's going 100. Whatever. All right. So here's the thing that I know I'm missing. This poncho. Which, let's be real, that poncho is whack. That's a whack poncho, bro. It's whack. So this top piece only held on by those 4. That's fine. So there was talk about how people were impressed by this offset here, which gives it a stair step down effect. See how it's got a little stair step down, which helps create the roundedness. So there was some talk of how that was impressive. I'm assuming that was just a pure fluke. But what do I know? They're like, oh damn. I guess it's gonna look like that, huh, kids? All right, bing bong. Couple of these next. They're probably going to be dusty as can be. Let's take a look at all 4 of them, see if there's... Nope, they're all filthy. Here we go. My de-dusting rag is becoming more dusty than my dusty Legos, which is frightening. That's okay. One. This is where the stream gets good. Maybe I need a Swiffer. Get a Swiffer in here. The old Swift. This one was definitely on top and got sprayed with some cleaner. Shame on somebody. That's a person who didn't own the Lego but was put in charge of cleaning the Lego. You can tell. They're just like, oh yeah, cleaned it. The old, I'm trying to think what you would use. Some Minwax. Clean enough. One more. One of the things that always cracks me up when people get freaked out about used items is the assumption that the person that used to own your item is somehow less clean than you are. Maybe you're the grubby one. You ever consider that? You filthy little beast. Now the inner symmetrical in me thinks maybe I should symmetrize. Should I do that so it's viewable from both ways? Although these are both all going the same way, we're just going to go the same way. We're going to stay consistent in our consistency. Although I am a fan of symmetry. but since we got the whole panel going, might as well. Okay, so we got a red smoothie in the center. Something for your GPS to stick to. It's looking pretty scratched. We got a cheese wedge for optimal aero. That's importante. Oh, we lost our cheese wedge. Apparently, it didn't clip him in. Okay, things are looking up. Horseshoe for Ralph. Only clips in one spot. That's slightly alarming. Another one over here for Ralph. Although that seems to be a solid connection on the Uno. Ooh, it's steering wheel clock. Okay. Steering wheel complete. It's a right-hand drive, by the way, in case you didn't know. And then we have apparently a stick shift of some sort. Maybe it's the drive control selector switch. And we do have a screen with a sticker, and the sticker was put on so goddamn crooked it's alarming, and it was attempted to be removed because there's damage to the sticker in the corner. We shall make an attempt. There's probably a reason why the attempt was made and then abandoned. We did get the control sticker put in the correct orientation though, so I'll give them credit for that. Oh, we got it. Sticker's off. I'm going to give it one quick wipe. Sticker's going back. Sticker got put on even crookeder than the first time. Maybe I should have left it. Am I getting this film? Probably not. Ugh! I don't think a child could do that correctly. That is the third attempt on that sticker, I can guarantee you that, since it already been pulled up in the corner. That's where Luke's leg would bump, so that's why it's worn out in the corner. This is a battle damage sticker, if you will. Or C3PO. Can't speak. C3PO's knee. C3PO, I believe, drove this thing in the scene that may have been cut. I do remember seeing an internet clip of C3PO driving this here scooter as Luke was adding oil, I think, to him or something, lubing him up as they're blasting down the road. All right, we need two big horseshoes. Where the hell do they go? Oh, back here. Gotcha. Roger, roger. Extraordinarily horizontal piece of plastic with all the amazingness that comes with horizontal plastic and the dust it collects. Nice. Nice. All right, so this thing here, I did not disassemble it because of clips and stuff becoming weaker with age, so we're going to kind of cheat this one, I think, because he's already slightly built. So let's just go ahead and... Part of it was disassembled, it looks like. It must be right and left sides for the motors. So let's try to get ourselves the right one. We're gonna build this one first over here. So that's him. Some of this stuff did come apart. We'll add the corresponding correct piece with the corresponding correct piece. I believe they double up. Double up. Let's just build 2 of those. Looks fairly straightforward. Ooh. This one's dusty. He was facing magnetic north in his previous display. Okay. So we got 2 of them things that are similarly somethings. We got this rod here. Let's try to build this thing up. All right. Those are my sticker pieces. Here's a double. So we get, well, we got to take apart, make sure the Legos oriented the right way. And it was not, officially. I feel like I'm missing some of these. If I got to build 2 of these motors, I'm going to need 2 more of them things, and I don't have 2 more. I've got 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that sucks a little bit. Maybe they're different motors. We'll find out. We'll find out together as we build. All right, that's orienting this way. I'm going to try to rememberize it. Try to rememberize it. There's a large truck outside. Okay, so this is a sticker that's, oh man, I gotta try to sort stickers out. All right, this particular sticker is coming off, which is extraordinarily concerning to me. Makes me sad. Okay, it's not that sticker. It could be this sticker. It's a mostly red. Definitely not that one. Or it could be that sticker, which is a mostly red. It's oriented this way with the red on the outside. We're going to say it's this one. That seems to make sense to me. Make it make sense. And then we get a red cone to complete. All right. That is that right there. That doesn't seem very well attached, but what do I know? I don't know much. Okay, we're building this one next. Beep, boop, beep, boop. What? Did I do that backwards? What is happening right now? Oh. Yeah, I did do that backwards. Calm down. Is it that? That's what I should have done. Jeepers creepers. I also forgot. That will hold the engine better. Yeah, man. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I gotta put a thing back there. I just saw that little small cone for the complete motor. All right, back to this one. Try not to do it wrong. You're doing it wrong! Stupid! Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, blue there, black there. That thing going that way. This one coming this way. Oh, it does in fact look like the motors are built differently. That is not the worst news I've ever heard in my life. All right, so we take a little orange thing, we put a little gray thing on it, stick it on the stick. Take the stick, put the thimble on it. Sorry, the bobbin. Take the bobbin, stick it in the whoozy what's it. Take the whoozy what's it, stick it on the thingamajiggy here. We got the wiring. That's the right sticker there, although I think I got the orientation off 25 degrees. And then motor clipping onto that. for a grand celebration. Take a peek. How does it look? Looks amazeballs. Amazeballs. All right. Success. Success. Looking good. We still don't have this here, though. We got to put that on. I don't know when he was supposed to go. I think this step is where when he was to be added. We did a smooth. Oh, we're missing these bars here. When did we not put those on? Oh, this step here. Here we go. All the way forward, please. And thank you. Looking great. Just give it the old greasy rag rub. Next, a pin and a smooth there. Okay. I'm going to go with this guy here. I believe that's what holds the lid on. That's the grabbing force. And then there's a smooth here to disallow the grabbing force. We have this dusty one here with the computer controls. The sticker is not bad. A little bit askew. I'm not gonna concern myself with trying to readjust that one. It's close enough. It's just slightly. Well, it's adjusted for speed. The speed is pushing the wires back. That's what we're gonna say. Because the speed of land, speed cruiser, or whatever you call it, it is slightly pushed back. These were definitely a little dusty. I need to get a better camera angle. I'm trying to figure out, like, what could I do to get it up above me? Maybe like a really long articulated something or other. I probably got one laying around here someplace. Do a little digging. All right, Luke's binoculars are supposed to go in this case here. Would R2 fit in there? Okay, we gotta put one of these here. For reasons, and 2 cheese wedges. Ooh, that is nice. That is very nice. Oh man, this thing is looking awesome. Whoever was shit talking this, I don't know what you're going on about. This thing is rad. What I think it is people are upset that they've already bought 2 or 3 versions in the past, and they're getting upset because the new version is awesome. And then they're like, oh, I gotta buy another one. And then they do their review, they say, oh, you don't need to buy another one. If you already got the other one, you know, you don't need the new one. It's like, well, yeah, you do. And then as I say this, I realize this is a 5-year-old set. There's probably a new one coming out here pretty quick. That's kind of a... Lego, I think you could have came out with a 4x4 in this color, and that wouldn't have been, like, completely irresponsible. But you guys do you. Seems like a lot of... All right, what is... I've got that. I got that, I guess. One of these goes underneath. And then it gets a speed ramp there. Yeah, I'm liking it. And then that one pin holds it. And then you got storage underneath for your accoutrements. Okay. There's a black dot, 2 black dots. So this is weird for me. I don't quite really understand why they chose to do what they did. I know there's a thing there, but like in my mind, that would look better than what they do. We may do an in-field adjustment, if you will. That's when you screw up doing something and then you get caught and you have to fix it. It's called an in-field adjustment. I learned that when a person doing work near my house screwed something up and they had to fix it. Technical term. See, in my mind, what do you call it? A double to a single, like one of these right here would have looked better, and then you put that on top, and that'd have been rad. We may look into doing that because they want two little rounds. They want these two grays to a big red that sticks up all crazy like. Like in my mind, let's do this. Let's just do a custom mod. Take that guy, we're gonna put him right there. And we're gonna spin him 180 degrees. I think that looks better. And or because these are channeled, why can't we just do a single? Like that would look more movie accurate. A single one, I think. Because in the movie, it's like a little periscope or something, isn't it? Like, isn't that how it's supposed to look? We're gonna try that for a second. I know that's gonna make some people upset. Try to calm yourself. It also seems weird that that's on the driver's side, right in his view. But what do I know? Okay, this part, which there's one of, is supposed to go here. On that stud there. And then two of these are supposed to go dust, glory, and all. Like a so. I know it's kind of weird I'm building in the corner of my stream, but I'll try to push it out a little tiny bit. Okay. Custom mod there. I'm all about the custom mods, in case you didn't know that. Everything must be customized, must be modded. The windscreen, also a unique piece, I believe, to this set. Just gets what? Like two little pins and then sits on all that. That works. Works for me. Okay, seats in this are pretty cool. They did a really neat design with the seats. The seats have full lumbar adjustment. And they have little tiny pieces in them to make them look neat. So let's clean that up a little bit before we give it its permanent home. Just a slight. So you can fold it forward to put the groceries in the back. It's a nice little feature. These were kind of hard to take apart, to be honest with you. I had to work at it to get them apart. Okay. I want to stick a character in there, but we're not going to do that yet. All right. So this thing here gets this last little Technics piece. And then from that Technics piece, it gets this little here thingy that goes up like a so. And then the next piece goes here for a lock on. Oh! That was borderline tragic. We almost had a tragedy on our hands. And that piece we left in, so we're just going to slide him in now. And now we're going to build the motor. Let's grab all the parts. I know that one goes there. And I know this orange piece here gets snapped in and orientated in the direction that allows the fancy part to be up north. That's how they doing the sticker. Man, they must have screwed the sticker up something fierce because it's been peeled off and repeeled. Damn it. Must have got the orientation off a few degrees when they first attempted. Let's do that right. Let's not do that wrong. Let's do it right. Okay, the sticker's there. Sticker's there. That should clear that, I think. And then Is there a tip on this one? I think that's all pieces. So what do we end up with extra? We didn't stick both of those on because I think that looks better, more movie accurate. And we got an extra one of these. This thing was filthy. Let's clean this up real quick. This is what he shoots the swamp rats with. And it clips in. I assume. We'll find out here shortly. Clip it on. Motor comes up. Oh, did it backwards. The handle actually goes out. And we have... So, originally this thing come with a lightsaber. So, the person I bought this from included a lightsaber. That folds down. That pops off. Lightsaber. Will it fit in the... It does. It does. His binoculars, which honestly you can't make go to the eye, which is kind of crazy. Like, nice design. Those also can fit in there. The seats have positive retention, so if you do, if you do extreme maneuvers, you don't lose your homies. Who's gonna let a robot drive, right? Robot, you're drunk. Get in your seat. That seat looks crooked. Okay, you can adjust those slightly. So where do you put R2 when you catch, so you can put stuff on the sides there. I do know that. So the way this would work, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, which I've been mistaken in the past, it would actually be like this. Luke's over here, C-3PO's over here. Okay, let's get this set up. Jawa's over here, and Jawa... Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Sorry. Thing's pretty sweet, though. Check it out. And then you can deploy somehow the things that I said fit that are completely wedged in there now because of the exact size of the hole. Well, that lightsaber's never come out, is it? It is the exact width of the hole. Oh, I had it for a second. To be reassembled. I don't know which way is the actual way that the hilt is supposed to go. There's arguments online about that. Luke can jump into action. C-3PO, you can go back. Oh no, you're driving. Can R2 party in here? Let's find out. Let's find that one out. Nope. He most definitely cannot party in there. Oh my god. That's a strong grabbing force there. Note to self. It just sits so low, it should be up. It needs some blocks on the bottom. I mean, yeah. Those are the same height. I don't know why they included this extra lightsaber hilt, which was, it was nice of them. I guess we'll put it over here for a Jawa torch or something. I could probably clip a red light on it or something and at some point and make a thing. Could I make this so the Jawa gun is like more awesome? Let's try that. Let's see if we can make the Jawa gun more awesome. Is it possible to make it more awesome? That could clip there, or that could clip there. Can this clip anywhere? Oh man, that is getting pretty awesome. Can it clip the opposite way? Oh, awesomeness complete. Look at that. Jawa got a real gun, dude. Jawa gonna hunt you down. I was coming for you. I mean, I guess we could put this thing up here, absolutely correct for the people that are losing their minds in chat or whatever. It's supposed to have 2 of these, and then it's go like that. But I don't think that's movie accurate at all, to be perfectly honest with you. I like the single. You can try this. Does it look good with this? I mean, how does that look? Does that look even better? Like, I could probably live with a single red. Maybe they did it for stability. I like it. Got 2 extra pieces. I could stick one back. I could stick one right here to make this engine look more aggressive. That way I don't lose it. And this spare one is just going to have to be... That's stupid back there. Stupid. Yeah, nice little set. Thing's rad. I mean, Luke, was Luke supposed to have another gun? Or just the long gun? No, there's no poncho. That's the only thing, is the poncho. And I don't know if I'm going to get worked up over the poncho or not. I mean, between you and me, I would prefer to have another one of these tool holders, because I could put his lightsaber over there, so I may look into that. And the old spare parts bin, if I can come up with that color gray and just put it there, then you could just snap a lightsaber. Now, and I know you can't drive around Tatooine or wherever the hell they're driving this thing with a lightsaber out. Like, get it, but like, come on now. Because this is just gonna go. Has anybody seen my lightsaber? Let's see if I can get this thing up here. The playability on this is probably fairly high, because it's like, the only thing that's a weak link would be this back here, but even that kind of stabilizes. Looks really cool. Whatever. That's probably the end of this. I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm going to take that off. He definitely doesn't need one of those. But the laser that comes out is, in fact, a blue lightning bolt laser. I mean, there he's kind of creeping around the corner, but it's the wrong direction. In the movie, he's looking out this way. How would you get him in there so he's creeping around the corner? Maybe all the way back in like that? He's kind of hiding behind the bush then. Trying to add an angle. Shooting at R2 or C3. Yeah, R2. It's R2. So an extra black hilt. All right. Thank you. And a free lightsaber. Thank you. And another one of these things, which I know I replaced once because I was missing it. Now I haven't. And an original instruction book in fairly good condition. There you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Oh, man. I'm going to put another log in the fireplace. Peace.